We are in the Southampton neighborhood. We just passed all that trash. That's Hampton, right up there where all the cars are going through, if you can see that. We're going to be heading down the alley, sort of behind me, but before we go, we can see recurring another sinkhole happening between the garage and what I would call the main area. You can see it. Let's see if we can get in a little bit closer here. Not a huge one, but still in all there. So, continues to be an issue. And it's an issue on the St. Louis streets, actually. I think there's 3 streets in and around St. Louis. We have another one over here where this cone is. This is much bigger. Yeah, that's... That's more of what you think of as a sinkhole. There's nothing there. It's pretty scary stuff. So, always need to update the areas, right? All right. It's fiberboard, nothing exciting. Another ash pit. I think I call them trash pits, but I think they call them ash pits. 4-sided. Through over there. Look at some of the garages around here. Saw 2 nice sinkholes. The one much bigger than any of the sinkholes I've seen so far. A lot of old fences here. Not just these. I used to call cyclone fences. Don't know if that's the real word, but a lot of these kind of fences and gates that I think are much older. A lot of work with carports. You see this little indentation here of the fence. It's where people would keep their garbage pails, their trash cans, as we call them here. Somebody has the right attitude. It's cool. Its own little area. You're gonna find another washer. Anything interesting? No dogs are out because it's later in the day. Oh, you guys. Oh, there's a white egg. We had all the blue ones. I think those were the robins, I think. But there's a white one right there. Shell of an egg. Someone made a little car patio. We have the trifecta here. All 3 bins, back to back to back. Someone must like to practice golf. I saw 2 smashed golf clubs, or wiffle golf balls. There we go, a little chain here. Maybe somebody did cars in there at one time. It's a newer garage, all metal. Doesn't go all the way down though. Why you would do that. There's another one. That's the 3rd one I've seen. Those wiffle golf balls. Anything over here? Going really slow now. I know in my last video, this was the first one I made, it was really fast. And like, hey, look at the ground. You see anything? And I watched it, and it was horrible. Couldn't see anything. Now, this is an interesting fence. There is no fence, just the posts. So you have a driveway, which is very unusual. Another no fence gate. No fence. Only a little bit of grass. All right. Some gas fire logs. I'm not even sure you can reuse those. I guess you can. That's interesting. Not really finding things, but that's some tough work. It's funny. Some of these fences have probably been the exact same for 50 years. I'm gonna move this a little bit because I think I get too much of the ground. I don't need it. Yeah, really? Nothing exciting here. Lots of parking places and garages. Or at least so far. Now it looks like it's mostly all garages again. A lot of carports. Oh, they have a little garden there. That's nice. Kind of fun. Huh? Maybe it was red at one time, but it's more of a pink garage now. Anything behind this recycling? Nope. Nasty looking weeds. Oh, there's that sound. Some toys there. They were well loved. We're heading back up a little bit of a hill. Have his music loud enough. The whole block couldn't hear him. Wow, there's a limb. Hoy. Someone's got to have a fire pit. I mean, I know it's kind of rotten, but nothing really there. Just a lot of, you know, it seems like this is newer because there's not one. Basically the only weed in all of this. Pretty crazy. Nothing behind there. Huh? Old basketball hoop. No love for the net, that's for sure. That looks like it's 10 feet. Here's an old ash pit someone cut. Made sure there's only 3 sides. Not much in there. Here we go, a little overflow. Boy, not seeing anything too exciting. Oh, there we go. One of my favorite pools. Little galvanized steel pool. It's the bottom side with all the rust. Hey, look at that. A shed with a little window. Garage with a little window. Oh, that's interesting. You don't see a window into the alley too often. Wonder if they served like, hey, an old whiteboard. Wonder if they served ice cream back there. I doubt it. Uh-oh. Those boards aren't looking too good. Are they just treated, not cedar? Is that what that is? Can't see the first number. Uh-oh, that's got a big gap. That's unfortunate. Here we go, little boat, little garage. You don't see a lot of boats back here, but here we go. What was this? A little fake wishing well? No. This was some sort of swinging bench that doesn't swing anymore. The swinging has stopped. Oh, someone's turning around. Okay. And a potted plant. You don't see nice things like that nowadays too much. Another one of those old fences right there. That's more of the style I had growing up with the little archways in the middle. I think they were the extra fancy. Maybe that's just what my dad told me. Cross on over. I think people look at me like I'm nuts holding this camera out, or phone, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not really finding anything. Well, they have a camera or maybe just a light on that pole. I really haven't found anything here. Oh, here we go. Some real old fencing. That's more like it. That's what you see around here. Got some ivy around. That's, who knows, there could be $100 bills in that ivy. I mean, that's like throwing a blanket on top of something. Here we are, that fence. If you look at it, it's not straight anymore. It's leaning, got hinges. Oh, got some, what's that? Dodge Challenger, some other cars that are probably nice. Maybe a Corvette, maybe. Not really sure. Nice stuff there. Looks good. There's a door that's been a little chewed on the bottom. Just rocks back here. There we go. An old ash pit. I think I was calling it trash pits. Someone added on to it, made it a flower pot. Essentially, ooh, that's an ash pit that was made out of brick. Oh, you don't see too many of those. Wow. Or I guess maybe actually they would brick it and put the concrete on the outside. So yeah, probably. Another ash pit. The side wiped away. Compost barrel. Nothing too exciting. Some goofy looking glasses. Although I should say cool looking glasses. Probably somebody threw outside. So yeah, I gotta watch how I do this because I just put those in my bag and the whole camera went crazy. Door that, well, maybe right now, but the gap isn't holding anybody out. Trust me. Ooh, a little bamboo tiki bar. What do you think that was? That was some sort of outdoor tiki bar. That garage door is peeling away. Yeah, there's probably some sort of tiki shelter. Bar. Man, trash is behind here, huh? All over the place. Loaded up. Gutter fell all over the place. Oh, here we go. Some big dogs. I'm not going over there, guys. Oh, there we go. Little broken Adirondack chair. That dog just wants to play. You can hear it in his cry. Oh, another robin's egg. Told you. See them all the time. Oh, there's an old swing set. I mean, it's not old, I don't think. It's new, but it's metal. Yeah, jungle gym. Kind of fun. You don't always see those. Here we are. I know where we are now. We're gonna go to a church that has like a school with it. I'm telling you, these alleys though. No one drops coins. Here we go. What's that? What is that? Something goofy. I don't know. Is it a magnet? Does it hold something? What is it? I'm doing this with the wrong hand. I gotta figure this out. Ooh. Kind of smells back here. But what do you expect? This is behind, I think, a restaurant. An ice cream place. Let's cross. Church, school. Boy, I see a lot of those small carrier air conditioning units. I think everybody. I think they've cornered the market. See anything back in here? Annoying sound of a blower. Got a professional gardener over here. With buckets. Hey, that's buckets all over the backyard too. Like $6 each. Some more bamboo looking wood. Oh, there's bamboo right there. That is hard to get rid of, bamboo. Not as many basketball hoops. There's one up there, but not as many. I guess people don't care about basketball quite as much. What are we finding? Another one? Another sinkhole fill in here. I'll point those out every once in a while. I'll try not to have you too bored with it. Anything in this mound of lots of leaves in the mound. Oh, a little bunny, a city bunny, as they say, probably won't be around for another week or two. Looks like there's something on the top of his head, or her head. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Wow. So this is like a 4-family apartment. Look at that. Painted with a little basketball hoop. That is needs a little help. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right? Here we go. Plymouth Fury. Little TLC. Anything back here? No. Nothing exciting anyway. Ooh. Okay. There's a squirrel that I think is no longer with us. Looks like a baby squirrel, so my thought is maybe with all the rain we had, the squirrel didn't quite make it through the rain. Here we go. Bottle cap. I don't know. My wife says people like rusty bottle caps. That's Fitz's Root Beer, which is a local root beer and soda place. It's relatively famous here in St. Louis. Again, we are headed eastbound. We started in the Hampton neighborhood. I'll just go back around, show you. We've been climbing up this hill pretty much for the last part. Now we spin around. Big garage here. We'll be heading that way, and that's Kingshighway right ahead. Oh, some nice tile artwork. Kind of cool. The flag, by the way, is the St. Louis flag, the red. The two rivers meeting as one because it's sort of why St. Louis got on the map. It's because the Missouri and Mississippi met, and then everything flowed from the Mississippi out to the Gulf. So these aren't that old. They're old, but you have, what is it? Stitch? Is that Stitch? And then you have one of the Mario people. And it must be, that's a younger class, but you do have Snoopy there. Interesting. It's kind of neat. I'm glad those are still intact. Kind of neat. Hey, where else are you going to put that? I guess you could have it display inside your yard, but this way it's public. People can see it. If it was in your yard, you'd be the only one seeing it. I don't see any basketball hoops, but we are going downhill, which is nice. Oh, some nice potted plants. This is a big garage right here. Two-car garage, a wide two-car garage with extra space on the side here. So, and then we have a bunch of bricks. That's nice. That's a big two-car garage too for this area. More carports. Anything back here? I don't think so. No. Hasn't been the most exciting walk as far as finding things, but you can tell where the old utility pole was because you can see the rounded edges here. So it was here, they put the concrete around it, took it out. You can even see the grounding, I think is for a grounding wire. And then you have everything over here, the new pole. So kind of interesting. Another person with their garage door open. I've accidentally left my garage. Not much in this garage, so that's good. Nobody can really take anything. It's open. Here we go. It's a nice little carport with windows into the... Now, the one thing you have to remember about St. Louis and this area is people actually lived... Some of these garages weren't zoned as garages, they were zoned as houses. And people lived in the back lot while they had the front house, or the house up front on the street. And even in one case of neighbors when I was a kid, the owner of the property lived in what you would call the garage or the back house, very small, like one bedroom kind of house. And they rented the front house, the house that faced the street or closest to the street, out. So they actually, technically speaking, had two houses on one piece of property, which is, in this area, you know, not very common. And I think that area, that house is still zoned. I mean, I would assume that, well, maybe they made it a garage and said it wasn't livable, but it was cool going into that garage because they did leave a few of the walls up, and I think there was a toilet in that garage. I don't know if it was working, but you can see at least where the bathroom was. Yeah, but people would live in their garages until the house was built, or they would rent the house that was closest to the street. Now you think of, why are there windows in the alley? That just seems like it would be problematic. Now this one looks like it was probably a garage the whole time. Where are we? Okay. Not much going on. All right. We're headed towards Kingshighway. Got a big box here. Somebody got a dishwasher or blade above line. Something. Stacking requirement. That's some box. Some appliance box. Someone molded their own step there. Little carport. It's kind of a little makeshift driveway. Kind of nice. Incense burning back there. You don't smell that a lot in an alley. Well, I guess you do nowadays, because marijuana's legal, but oh yeah, all the little carports, the wheels, a lot of carports. This is the, they have the area around their window there. Usually is on like a screen door. They put it there probably so no one would break in, but good reuse of a product. You see something like this, you got little metal turtles by the Swan, but unfortunately the turtles are even rusting out, so, and some Adirondack chairs, which only lasts for a short period of time. Some guys filling up with Michelob Ultra in that truck. Lots of glass. See that? Those are not coins. I'll go slowly here. No coins. Nothing really. I gotta tell you, this trip. Here we go. One of those. Doesn't really work, but maybe my wife can sell it. Lots of broken glass. That's pretty common. Hey, a small bucket. Maybe the lady with all the planters could use the small bucket for something. Some bigger homes here. Unless they're apartments. That one's a big home. Possibly 3 stories. So random how they just put poles there. I still say it was they have one on the other side. I guess it's so no one knocks into their fence, I guess. Growing up, a lot of times, as I've said earlier, people had that to keep their metal garbage cans from getting hit. Look at that, a little runway, a little breezeway, there we go, breezeway. Usually it's between 2 buildings, but another basketball hoop. I think someone hung on that a little too much. Hey, that's the holes there. The PVC oftentimes are created from hail. So, hey, a couple canoes. There we go. Wow, that one's wooden, I think. The green one over there with the feather. Here's a garage that hasn't been used too often. Wow. Holding on there. Hey, you got a little nook for the beasts. Yeah, those are something, if you ever get, you probably want to cover up. It's not a good thing. All right, we're right here by Kingshighway. I'm trying to think. Those are the apartment buildings. No, this is not the street that I thought it was. Never mind. Hey, we have like a coffee table here. It's a banana and a tomato. Rotten bananas and a big tomato, if it's real. And someone must have had kids because they have these corners here, so no one, oh, look at that, so no one gets hurt. That is one big garage that probably needs a little TLC. But hey, if you were 60 years old or whatever, you'd probably, well, I know I would need it. Just lots of broken glass. Clear though, so makes me think that it wasn't necessarily a bottom. More carports. Big on the carports. Big on the carports. Some wood. Bet you there's stuff in this field here. Let's just go through the field. We can spy on this bunny. You can see the bunny. There you go, there's the bunny. What was this? Was this the old gas station that was turned into a laundromat? A tailor? There's the bunny just eating away. Having some fun. Oh, another bunny. Okay, well, we are in the land of bunnies right now. Yeah, I think this is the, there was a tailor here my mom used to take us to. I think it was a woman that survived the Holocaust. Like, I'm not playing either. I think the woman survived the Holocaust. She had a very thick accent. She either survived the Holocaust or got out of Germany right before all of the stuff happened. So probably one heck of a story if she ever would talk about it. I don't know. I was very young. I don't know that she talked to me about it. Thanks for watching, everybody.